Hello, everyone. Sorry, I am running around the country, but I am here on my lonesome tonight. Our dear Mo, sorry, is not feeling well. So I'm here tonight, and guess what? We have a special show tonight. We are going to be interviewing someone very special. So while I get myself together, let's go on because you are tuned into both sides of the coin. I'm gonna tell y'all, it has been a weird day, a weird past few days. So I cracked my phone because it fell in the closet, which is where I am now. Hello, hi, Gina, hi. And it has been a rough day trying to get this phone situated. It did not go as easy as my other phone did. Same exact phone, same everything, but for some reason I'm having a hard time. I can't do anything. So if anyone has sent me any messages, called me within the past few days, and I didn't get back to you, I'm sorry I couldn't see it. But since I'm here, our guest will be Althea McFarlane. A lot of you all know her as Reese. We talk about Reese a lot on our shows, or she's probably been in our shows. And so that's going to be our guest because we have a wonderful surprise. She has some things coming up, and I think you guys will want to hear. But before we get to Reese, I want to know how your day has been, and also what news or new things have you guys heard of? I think what I wanted to talk about before she came on, because of what's going on in her book, is how well do we know our ourselves? I asked that question because, you go through life, you have childhood, you have adolescence, you have young adulthood. But sometimes throughout that time, we don't stop and really get to know who we are. And usually it takes for us to get to a breaking point of possibly kids or relationships or job, school, whatever we're doing, and stuff just tends to fall apart. And that's usually when we take the time to get to know ourselves. So I want to know, one, how well do you know yourself, if you know yourself, and what steps are you taking to get toward knowing who you are? One thing we need to know, that in knowing who you are, that doesn't mean if you say, oh, I know who I am, I love me, I'm this, I'm that, you're not going to stay that person because you continuously change. You should, for a good reason. But I say, they say women change every 7 years. I don't know if I've changed every 7 years. I do know that I have changed, though, um, for the better. Uh, men usually, men are usually, I don't know if they change. They do grow up, so that is a change. But I don't think they, for the most part, identify with being a new person or a new creature or in change. So while we wait on Reese, I just wanted to bring that up, um, because that is just something in her book that talks about from her child, from, I'm sorry, not her, but from childhood through transition into different things and what she experienced in life and everything. And talking about that, there hasn't been really much to bounce off because we usually bring up some crazy random stuff. But tomorrow on the No Filter Show, we will have a lot of randoms. Not a lot, we're gonna have a lot of things for you all. We're gonna have some news for you guys, and we're gonna have some good old fashioned fun. But tonight, since I don't have my co-host here to harass, we're gonna sit and wait. But anywho, um, what I like to see which is that we have to constantly relearn ourselves and others. Yes, we do. And a lot of that comes from sometimes trauma. It's not always trauma that we experience in our life, but sometimes it is trauma. Sometimes it's from just moving from one situation or one part of your life to another. And that can cause a shakeup in the mix. Some people are inflexible. Some people can't deal with change. One of my daughters has a hard time adjusting to new things. If we move, it takes her a minute to kind of, I have to give her a lot of fair warning before I do something that she's not used to. If I don't, that causes some type of um, disruption within her. And so, though we change, some people refuse it. Some people, it takes them a little long to accept it. Some people are ready. They say Sagittarius is our on the go, ready to zoom, zoom, zoom. But a lot of people are like that. And it really doesn't matter about your astrological sign, but that's just what they say. Um, yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. It's been a wild one, and I'm waiting on our guest. So, in that, what are some things that you do or have done, or what caused you to kind of push you to move in another situation? What pushed you to change? For me, it was me looking at myself and not liking what I saw. And I don't necessarily mean, what I look like in the mirror or my weight, because that's not necessarily in the mirror, but my weight, or it was what I felt when I looked at me. It was how um just how just me. I didn't like me. So I'm gonna come back to that, but our guest is in the back, and we're gonna bring in Miss Althea McFarlane. Hello there.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine. I can't see nothing. Am I in the camera? Am I close? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Do I need to be closer?
Yeah, you can come closer. Come on close. Come on in the room.
Okay. Hi,
How are you?
I'm great. Great.
Okay, so well, we have you as AM Morning,
Yes.
and those who may not know AM Morning, she is Althea McFarlane. She is host or co-host to the Morning Mac Show. She with DJ Sly Time. That's every Monday through Thursday. So check that out on NLG Radio, .com. Also, uh, she is an actress. She is a comedian. She is now an author. So before we get into the author side of yourself, tell us a little bit about your ventures and tell us about your acting.
Oh, okay. My acting. Um, wow. Let me tell you where it first started. It was a show called Live from the Corner, featuring Breezy Sheba, AI, and Louisa Harrell, Blue Phoenix. I met this nice man named Chad X Ali, on their show. That was January the 8th of 2020, right? That was 2 years
Yep.
ago, okay?
Right. Yep.
He was like, I want to cast you in a part in my upcoming movie Freedom. And I was like, cool. All right, let's do this. And I was cast in Freedom. And from there, it seemed like it just like the trickle down effect because I was asked to do PSAs and to be part of other films and other shorts as well. And recently, as a few months ago, as of September, I was cast as Anna, a bartender in this web series. that's coming called Life and Music by Kiva McLean. So, and then I was also asked to do a project for this July of 2022 with Tony Cobain. So I have things on the fire as far as me acting and performing and all of that good stuff. So that's the
Well, give
actress
a
part
shout
of me.
out to yeah, shout out to Chad X Ali and Tony Cobain and even Kiva McLean and all these wonderful people that saw the talent in you and decided to reach out to you. Now let's not forget, you will also be in an upcoming short film with Red Vision Cinema.
Oh, I can't
Uh,
forget that. That's gonna be
of
the
course not.
bomb.com.
Yeah, that's gonna be a short film coming soon.
Yeah.
Also, let's talk about, it's not necessarily acting because this is something that you do, the comedic side of yourself where you've done comedy series with Shits and Giggles, and that was under
Yes.
Red Vision as well. You were actually Red Vision's first comedian. It was so dope. You broke the ice. You you broke the ice with the series, and it was hilarious and it was dope. And so how did doing Shits and Giggles make you feel? One, how do you feel about it now, and do you think that that was a great starting point with well, no, because you've been doing comedy for years, but to come
Right.
back
It
out.
was it was a great adding to my collage. That is the longest show that I've done. And that was like 27 minutes, almost 30 minutes of stand-up comedy. And it was so funny with shits and giggles. It was so cool and chill. It's like everybody was family and the love and the professionalism was awesome. And don't forget to end when I was interviewed, that was awesome as well. And I just want to take my hat off and give a big what's up, a shout out to all of the people in Red Vision, on Red Vision Network. And thank you, Rock. And thank you, AI. Thank you, Louisa Harrell. Thank you, Kiki. All of you guys um, are intricate building bricks on the road that I'm traveling on. So you guys are like the wind beneath my wings.
Oh, we're gonna keep blowing you, boo. We're gonna keep on blowing them, just gonna keep on blowing you up. And it's so you know how we do. We love y'all. We love you too, especially. And so, as far as being a comedian, I know you're with a management company, Jamarco Management. Shout out to Jamarco Management. She said,
Yeah.
"Okay, superstar. Yes, the episode of Shits and Giggles was hilarious. That's Zena. She saw the episode. She said that it was hilarious. Um, and so we want to shout out your management team because we don't want them to think that you're leaving them out.
No, no, I
And
can't never leave them
yeah.
out. Cause you know how my boss get. He been to find me $5, $5.
So, do you have any upcoming events as far as comedy, or do you have anything that you want to shout out real quick before we go into the other part of your resume?
I'm gonna speak this to existence, and you're gonna hear it here first live. I told my management team, get me ready for the Apollo. I'm ready. What? What?
Okay, okay. Now y'all hear that?
You know, I'm ready. And I told them, start that journey. Get me where I need to be. I'm at this point. Just point me to the stage anytime. You know, boom, Reese, we got you here. Boom, and I'm going to do my part. What I'm supposed to do. I promise you. Because I love the people that support and backing me too much. I feel like I got too much love and support from you all, and not, I can't let you guys down. I can't, and I won't, and I'm not.
Well, most importantly, you won't let yourself down because you're an awesome, awesome lady.
Thank
So,
you.
and you have confirmation here from Kendra. You have all these people in agreement with you, and it's going to be great. So I want to get into the new part of yourself, the author
Mm-hmm.
side, the novelistic side of AM Morning. Where, first of all, did you get your name?
It symbolized on the back of my neck. I have AM tattooed on the back of my neck. AM, um, that's that's the sign for morning. When people say AM, right? That's morning, dawning of a new day, right? When people say AM, I am, 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 and it's also my initials.
Look, everything ties into one. But
I
I especially
mean,
love. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just laughing. I was like, I am,
Yeah, but it works though, and I especially love the dawning of a new day, because dawning of a new day means a new start, a beginning, a breakthrough of the night. So I like that you said that, because that is kind of you in a nutshell. You are a breakthrough from what you've been through. You're
Mhm.
coming out of the ground and just reaching up and grabbing anything and everything that you didn't get when you were supposed to. You're coming forward. So I really, really, really appreciate the fact that you've given that blessing and that shining over yourself, because that's who you are. You're a new day. You're a new canvas. You're a new morning. You're a new adventure. And so, as far as the new adventure, Shades of Blue,
Mhm.
okay, which will be released March 1st, 2020.
Yes,
You can pre-order,
2022.
which I did. I pre-ordered in November, y'all.
That's
Uh,
right.
and this is, look at
2022.
how pretty the cover is. It's so pretty. I love that. And of course, I'm pretty sure I'm giving it out a little early, but this is actually one of three, right?
Five.
Or one of five. Okay, so it's a quadruplet. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, Shades of Blue is the first series in the Blue collection. The
Okay.
next book that I'm working on is called Indigo, A Deeper
Okay.
Blue.
Okay.
So I mean, it's everything is some type of blue,
Mhm.
and each color symbolize something that you're going through. Some type,
Okay.
So the colors mean something.
Yeah. Well, while the picture is up, if you all want to pre-order, or even if you can't pre-order right now, when it comes out, March 1st, you can
Hmm.
order it from Key to Life. So I'm going to spell that for you: QUI, the number two, LIFE.com, /product /shades BLU hardback pre-order. And that's how you can order, or just go to keytolife.com and search Shades of Blue, and that's how you can pre-order, or when March 1st comes, order your book. And now, of course, you and I were talking, and we're going to try to find some ways for you to do book signings or meet and greet the author and all that other stuff. Not all other stuff, I'm sorry. All that wonderful greatness, because we don't want to minimize it. We want to put it where it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna read the explanation, or just give a little insight or summary of the book. So let me go get it really, really quick. I'm going to read it because I want everyone to kind of get an idea as to what your story is about. Okay, so it says most little girls grow up playing with baby dolls, having tea parties, and fantasizing about who they'll marry when they grow up, but not poor Little Blue. She spends her time learning hard lessons from the constant drama surrounding her. Resented by her delusional teenage mother and abandoned by her skirt chasing daddy, she spends her time trying to figure out if life as a throwaway child. She spends her time trying to figure out life as a throwaway child. Finally, her pistol toting, switchblade carrying, Jesus loving grandparents step in to raise her, but the pain of her childhood still manages to take her on a twisted journey into adulthood as she pursues love and protection. Man, what in the world? And that's a good what in the world, because I was just talking about changes, and how you go through changes, how you learn how to figure out who you are as a person. And sometimes we don't know who we are, or it takes a long time to figure ourselves out. And so in
Right.
this story, Blue is dealing with teenage parents, and it's buck wild craziness. And then she goes to her grandparents, but she still has to deal with that trauma,
Hmm.
and she still has to figure out how to learn herself, which I'm pretty sure in the other Shades of Blue series books, I'm pretty sure Indigo, and you may go a little further, and in the other three books, you may go a little further. So, how do you, as an author, tap into something as deep as this?
I use life experience and I write about First and foremost, let me say this. I pray. Let me for all you Bible thumping Jesus lovers out there. I do believe in God. I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm not going to shove them down your throat. I'm not a fanatic, but
Hey, Candace.
I do believe in spiritualness and a higher being, and I'm aware of self now. I am, and I pray and I thank God every day. Put Him first, and He before I start these journeys in my mind of where I'm going, I pray that He give me direction on what to do or what am I thinking or and help me focus because life still attacks us daily, all of us daily. Sometimes we gotta drown out the noise so we can focus on one thing or one subject matter or whatever have you. So that's how I get the ideas and life experience and the journey through my life and your life and everybody's life. I take pieces. I'm an observer. I talk a lot, but I also listen and I look. And it's funny because I don't mean with my eyes. I mean with the heart because I can't see right now. I don't want in the eyes. And people don't know this. That's one of I'm disabled too. So people don't know that about that journey. But I keep going. And as long as I got the mind, I'm going. I'm keep focusing. I'm keep, like you said earlier, grabbing. I'm grab a hold of something. Something going.
Whether you can see it or not, you're going to touch something.
Touching everything. Hey, hey.
But
Oh,
and that's amazing. And the fact that you have your faith and you have uh, your constant determination to go forward. And a lot of people somehow can't get to that point because they've had so many hurdles and so much burden and so much heartache coming to them outside of prayer or outside of your faith. What other advice could you give to other people? Give to somebody who's just feels like they're stuck or feels like there's no way out, feels like I don't know what to do, you know.
don't stop. Keep going no matter what comes your way. And surround yourself with negative people. Don't surround yourself with doubters. And also, you can't share your dreams with everybody because everybody is not going to see it because it's not their dream. So they're not going to understand it. And even your parents may come to you not even knowing that. It's like, oh, you crazy. You can't do that because they don't see your dream. They don't see your vision. They don't know what you're capable of. Don't stop. You keep it going and keep it moving. You know what I mean? It's like I said, surround yourself with positive, loving people. Hello?
Yes, I apologize. My Wi-Fi went out. Somebody must
Oh,
hit the
I didn't
button.
know for me. I was about to yell, Tyree! He
No,
tells
I
me
think
everything
sometimes
about
the kids are still up, and so they might have hit the box, and I'm like, what in the world is happening? So I'm trying to make sure it reconnects. But while we're doing that, thank you so much. I heard majority of it, and that is wonderful advice. So I want to know because who usually authors that write powerful books books of this manner that will tap into the emotional side of other people, possibly their family. Um, how do you plan on dealing with the backlash? Candace says, my heart speaks for me and helps me make decisions. That's a
right.
good thing too. Hey, Star.
Sometimes we get a foolish heart and we got to be careful because
Yeah.
sometimes the heart can be wicked. I've experienced that too. And sometimes we act on our heart when we should have listened to our mind and vice versa. You know, you got to have a good, healthy balance
Oh,
because
yeah.
I've been
Okay.
hurt
So,
from the heart
yeah, I'm
thing
sorry. Go
too.
ahead.
I was just saying because I've been hurt from
Yeah.
the heart thing too. And well,
Yeah.
I didn't hear all of your questions.
I'm sorry because it was going in and out, and then my son came in, and everybody. This today has been one of those days where I think I should be swinging a leather belt, and they are trying it so hard, but we're not going to go there today. What my the basis of my question is, how do you plan on dealing with the backlash? It may be coming from your family, it may be coming from people you don't know, because usually that's where it comes from, people that you don't know, because of the depth that your story is going to go, and the shoes or the shaking that's going to happen, because people are going to read your story and it's going to tap into parts of them that they were hiding or didn't even know that was there, and it may trigger some painful things, and people may come after you. So how do you plan on being able to stand there firm as you're attacked?
Protected by Jesus. Stand back. That's all I got to say. If the anointing, I found this out. If the anointing is on your life, you're protected. Come with me. I'ma stay. I'm a fighter with you. I'm a true blue soldier. So come at me. And it's a fiction, a novel. But if something touch or triggers you, a hit duck will holler. That's all I got to say.
Mm.
And I know something gonna touch a little bit of everybody when you read it, because I was crying when I was writing it. I forgot I was writing. I'm like this, woo. When you read it back over, I was like, oh no. And like I said, and the first book is just an introduction. The mother books is like woo, woo. So
Oh, them other books gonna come with the belt, huh?
the,
They gonna
oh my gosh, the
they gonna
second
come
book.
with their belt.
Honey, I'm telling you, the first book it ain't nothing going compared to the second book. It's like, dang, it gets more traumatic and traumatizing, and it's a little bit of everything, you know. But you gotta get through the first book in order to understand the. You gotta follow sequence in order to understand the character and where they going and where they been and what happened and all that. But it's like, hey, it got a little bit of something for everybody, you know. And it's
Um,
not. I'm not going to say it's a children's book. Maybe a teenager book, because a child. I don't know. It's up to the parents. I'm not going to say that it's X book. I mean, it might be PG-13. So it's definitely a mature read.
okay, so what do you expect to, since you brought the teenagers in there, because that's kind of important. The stories that teenagers read are important, because that's a pivotal part of your life.
Right.
That the adolescence is a pivotal part of your growth. So in your story, if you're including the adolescent, what
Hmm.
what what do you want them to get from it? What lesson, or what do you want them to see?
That they don't have to give up, like recently how Juice World ended his life. I don't want to see any young adults, any more teenagers feeling that they trapped in or whatever. So I hope from this story they will pick out the trinkets, the little pearls of wisdom, and say, "Wow, I can get through this by this, or I can get through this by that." Let them understand that they're not the only one in this world that has gone through stuff. Not now, coming in the future. But people have been doing this since the beginning of time. People have been feeling like they're feeling. They're not the only one. So believe you me, you're not the only one that been through some stuff. And you won't be the last. How about that? So whatever you think that you got to get through, young adults, keep strong and get through it. Because trouble don't last always, you know. It's just a period. It's a growing season. It's just a time. So, and verbalizing and talking to your parents is important too, or an adult that you think you could trust, like a teacher or a guidance counselor or whatever, you know so you don't have to go that path, and never think you're alone you know
Well, it's great. And before I go on, let me shout out Angel. She just came in, and for those who just joined us, we're talking to AM Morning. She wrote Shades of Blue, which is one of 5-part series. The
Yeah.
next one will be Indigo, so that's really dope. And if you want to pre-order her book, it's on Key to Life, QUI. the number two, life.com. And you can search Shades of Blue, BLUE, which is by AM Morning. Um, we I'm glad you brought up Juice World, because that, a lot of children we're all connected to music. And growing up, we had our favorite artists, and a lot of our artists have passed on, the older artists, and even some of our artists from '80s. We grew up '80s babies, our '90s. Some of them have left, but Juice World was a young man, and
Exactly.
so the fact that you know about him, of course you do, because you're into music. Um, you're a music basically historian in a way. So the fact that you can connect with that will kind of draw the teenagers to you in a way, because they like to go to people who understand or know what they're listening to and what they're looking at, and kind of understand what they're feeling. And that was Suicide, and he was really lost, and he was crying out for help.
Hmm.
And it was like he couldn't get it. No one could hear him. But so I really appreciate you bringing him up. And for those of us who are parents that have teenagers, I think we should really, when we talk to them, remember how we felt when we were teenagers, and how it was hard for us to express ourselves and go to our children in that manner. That way they'll know that they can come to us. And in your book, I'm pretty sure you have times like that where Blue felt lost. She couldn't express herself. So I'm so glad that you did that. So let's go up to, because we went from childhood, adolescence to adulthood.
Hmm.
Um, that transition from
Hmm.
adolescence to adulthood. What advice would you give the 18 to 25-year-old?
Start getting busy. Get on your hustle. Get on your grind. If it's something that you feel passionate about, start doing it. Try to figure out what's your niche. Try to figure that out from 18 to 25. That's we're still young, we're still kids, we're gonna make mistakes. But that's the time you can figure out, like, oh, let me see, am I good here, here, here? What am I gonna do? And once you figure out what it is that you want to do or what you can do, and it's something that you feel good and passionate about, work on that. Educate yourself about whatever it is you want to do, and learn it and be the best whatever it is that you can. I regret not doing what I'm doing now, writing earlier, but I've always written, and since I was a little girl, won all types of essay contests and stuff. My first love is writing. Um, that's where I first was able to transpose myself, or escape, if you will, was writing. And I've been writing ever since I was a little kid. And the acting and the comedy, that just came out of the writing, actually. What you think of, skits and stories, and you just start acting out the stories, and you start playing characters of the stories in your life. But find out what you're good at for the 18 to 25. Get on that grind and hustle hard. That's all I can say.
That's good advice. We're going to leave the 26 and up for the next book, okay?
That is the adult book. Woo! That's the,
Yeah.
you know,
Hey, G baby, how are you?
that's when it
Yeah.
become R-rated. That next book is not PG-13.
Oh,
That's more of an R-rated book, because it's the subject matter and the stuff that's going on, and it's something in there for the men. The men gonna be like, oh, what?
oh,
So
that's good.
yeah.
Okay, so could you see, speaking of acting, could you see Shades of Blue series becoming a movie or a play
Most
on
definitely.
the stage?
Most definitely. Do you remember how Precious was a book first? Did y'all know that? The movie
Yes, I
Precious?
read that book. It's
And
Push.
and and, and girl, that was wasn't it a struggle to get through that book? You was like,
Oh my gosh.
because
If you
she talked
haven't read that, oh, it was
a struggle. She talked just like Clarice Jenkins. I mean, when you read it and you was reading it, and after I read it, I was like, I'm Clarice Jenkins the third. It just put you in character when you read it. And the verbiage and the language in the book and how it was used, and it took me back to little ebonics. You're gonna have to figure some stuff out with a little bit of ebonics, but it kind of reminds me of that. And if we could get this into a series or movie, baby, Tyler Perry, turn your wig around because flip that cap around and let's get busy. Let's do this work. So definitely I can see it as a series. I can see it as a movie and a stage play.
And
Yes,
for
yes,
those
ma'am.
of you all who don't know what book we're talking about, it's called Push by Sapphire. Go and get that book. And it is something else. And so I can kind of imagine Shades of Blue kind of being that type of book. They only did one story, but one was enough for for that. You know what I'm saying? You went and saw Precious. Precious ain't got nothing on the original book, and none of this like Color Purple. If you go read the Color Purple book,
Yep.
you look at the
Alice
movie, you'll
Walker.
be like,
Yep.
oh, they missed a lot. You know what I'm saying? So go get Push,
Hmm.
read Push, and you're gonna look at yourself like, whoa, what am I complaining for? You know what I'm saying? It
you
it
know.
is it
Woo!
is it's something else.
That's
But
it.
let's come back. We don't want to have a moment and ready to go knock somebody out like, whoa, you remember this? I'm about to come do something. That's some unhealed trauma that if you don't want to go Kirk off nobody, let's go think about that. But
Yeah.
so let's
But
come on
Shades of
through.
Blue gonna get you emotional like that. You gonna want to
Yes,
fight
that's
after
what
you
I'm
read some of the
saying.
chapters.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Push was only one book. Shades of Blue are going to be five. And the first
Marvel.
one, I know it's going to jump up out the water. It's going to knock you out the water. Just because you're awesome. And I know you have an awesome story to tell in this book. Uh, and just the way you think, your imagination, everything, you're just so vivid and cool. And your way of connecting. I know this book is going to be great.
Thank you.
Do you feel that you are ready for the coverage or the attention you may receive from this book?
Um, yeah. Whatever comes, positive, negative, and it's gonna be some of both. And yeah, I am. Because I'm at the stage I am. You get it? I'm at the stage of my life I am. I am.
So, okay, so do you plan on so after your series, because I know this, what you say, Queen Sugar, I want to buy Shades of Blue. I'm gonna repeat the website again at the end, and I'll let AM Morning give all her social media handles and everything. So listen up. If not, then send me a message, Candace, and I'll send it to you. I'll forward you the link. Or anybody else that would love to pre-order, excuse me, pre-order Shades of Blue, I will send a link to you. Um, and I'll also put it up on both sides of the coin page. Also, Miss Morning, there are a couple of authors that are in our chat. Candace is a new author. She did a book called My Mommy and I, or is it My Mommy and Me? Correct me, Candace, 'cause I don't want to put it out wrong. Angel has cookbooks and she has meditation books and she has Angels all over the place. And
Okay.
so,
Come through,
we know a
sis.
lot of
Come through.
authors. Yes, we have a lot of authors. So she's of course going to be interviewed soon. We
Okay.
have a lot of authors, so it's amazing how we know so many people, and you coming on here, I'm pretty sure will motivate others to showcase themselves. And it's nothing wrong with showcasing who you are.
Right.
Some people find it arrogant. I find it awesome because people don't know who you are, and there's nothing wrong with my mom and I. So I had it right, and it's nothing wrong with that. So I want to know, as far as you've been an author, will there be do you have any other stories
Look, I can't see, so you can tell that I'm a blind author. Am I the first blind author? But actually, I don't know how I look. I look, and if my hands jacked up, I
Hold
apologize
up.
to my beautician because
Hold
uh,
up. First of all, you we talking about a book, you fixing your boobs. Okay. It's hey, come by look, come by my book. But anyway, look, he said she did. Look, you all up in her boobs. I want let's look at quick. He said I have a book coming out soon called Chronicles of a Side Nigga. You know what? Ain't nobody playing with you quick. Nobody playing with you. But
I'm
you
in
might
there
need to
for
write
quick.
that book though.
I
You
got
might
your
need to
back,
write it
Pudding.
though.
Chronicles of the Side Nigga. You right. Look, co-host the side piece. What's up? What's up?
That's gonna be look, that's gonna be some the side pieces. Um or pieces on the
uh-huh.
side. That's gonna be some dang, what was I getting look. Oh yeah. So do you think that you would be writing anything else outside of the series of
Yeah.
Blue? Okay.
Yeah, I've already started a child's book for I'm a great aunt and I have an
Okay.
9-month old. Um, March the 6th will be her 1 year birthday, a niece, and I want to pour into her what wasn't poured into me. She gonna know. She gonna have awareness, self love. She is going to get everything that I got to give that I didn't get until later on in life, but I'm gonna give it to her early so she can have a running start, honey. So I've already started a child's ABC book, um, writing for her, the outline and everything for her. I'm going to write a pre-K book for her. Going as she get older. Yes,
Oh
ma'am.
wow.
And I do horror novels. And I do like Zane stuff.
Oh yeah, well, okay.
So that's what
Okay.
I know. A little. And okay, I got the drama, I got the horror, and I got even espionage kind of spy stuff.
Oh
I
wow,
got to know I'm
cool.
working on because I'm public enemy number one. I'm always thinking, okay, government can't be trusted, and
Espionage.
so
Yeah.
honey, it's like the mind of Messiah. You remember him? His mind was all over the place.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah, I
movie, The
like that.
Mind of
Yeah, that was my
Messiah,
I like that show, yeah.
the mind of Reese, or the mind of A.M.
Out
Morning.
there.
Exactly. Y'all know I take on all them personas, so y'all know I got a story for each of them levels. That's what come I know about Quick and the side piece. What's up? you know, look, look, I know a little. I don't know it all, but I know a little bit about everything. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Look, Candy said exotic novels. She loved those. We all love those, Candy,
Girl,
especially when you have a
yes.
very vivid
Look, and I got something that's gonna make
imagination.
you clench your pearls, Candace. You keep
Oh,
up with the rotation. Keep me in your library because I got something for everybody. Got something for the
okay.
dudes, the girl, the children, and the babies.
All right now. Well, then, Miss Morning, AM Morning to be exact. Tell our listeners where they can find you, where they can follow you. Make sure you shout out the radio show. It's such an awesome show, you guys. Give us all your business.
Okay, I have a show, an internet show, Monday through Thursdays. Tomorrow is Double Tap Thursday. Guess who's gonna be on my show
Double tap, tap,
tomorrow?
tap.
No other than the Blue Phoenix. That's gonna be my co-host tomorrow, y'all, from 10:30 to 2:30. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be like that. It's myself, and I'm Reese on the radio, okay, and DJ Sly Tie. And a quick note, we have a blast. Everybody that
Yeah.
comes on the show, we have a blast when we do it. I try to make you feel like you home. We got our little snacks as we telling people what's going on with the news and the music and everything. Lovely, okay? That's for the music and the news buff in you. Conversation. It's called the Morning Mac Show. Mac stands for music and conversation. So that's what not my last name, but
Oh, cool.
it's for music and conversation. And you can also find me on Facebook under Althea McFarland, Instagram under Althea MC71.
71.
Yeah, MC71. Thank you, because Tyree usually do this part for me. And you can find me on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok,
TikTok. Y'all check out her
TikTok
TikTok. She's so funny.
under Althea McFarland, and I'm also on YouTube under Reese Cup NYE. If you go there, you get to see the work that I did. Oh, Live from the Corner is on there. And the work that I did with Red Vision Network is on there. The work that I did with Chad Ali and Tony Cobain. If you go to Reese Cup NYE, all of that would be on there. But you know what's not on there is our upcoming film that I'm going to be doing with Red Vision Network, and also the concept that I got to do. I talked to Weezy about a little bit earlier about the superhero one, and that's going to be coming up because I'm speaking that to existence. They say speak it to existence, and we're going to be doing that. And the Apollo is upcoming,
Mm-hmm.
and the movie with Tony Cobain. He asked me to be a part of a project that he's trying to shoot in July. You sort of like the raw type, the Eddie Murphy thing, and he asked me to host it, and I said I would love to.
Woo,
Auntie
woo.
loves the
All
children,
right now.
so I mean, I believe this year that my life is going to go on a journey. I believe that I'm going to be traveling, but I'm not going to be traveling alone. Am I, Wheezy? I'm
Mm-mm.
not going to be traveling alone. I'm going to
Mm-mm.
have people like Miss Louisa Harrell in my corner, and it's going to be awesome. Give it up for girl power. I'm not to say that my brother's not awesome or that they support us, but
Yeah.
sometimes women have that spiritual connection. And when I first met her, I had a spiritual connection with her. It's like my soul know her soul. You know what I mean?
They was like,
Nothing
hey girl.
exotic or nothing like that. But like sister, did we not, Weezy?
Yeah, it
When we
was
first
true.
we was
Yeah.
like
And
it was like
it did feel like we knew each other for a long time.
long time. Gosh, I only known this child for 2 years. Thanks to G.I. Mo. He know how to connect the right pieces. I tell you, the
He
pieces that
does.
fit.
He does.
And he's an intuitive brother that gets on my last effing nerve. He knows that he's the type of brother that make your itch.
I mean,
He's the
well,
one that you
it's
love to
true,
shoot.
but
He's the one you love, and
we love him. We love him. Well, for everyone that missed out on the website to pre-order this wonderful Shades of Blue book, number one of five in the Blue series, is Key to Life. So it's QUI, the number two, LIFE.com, and search uh, Shades of Blue.
yep.
Or you can search AM Morning, right?
AM Morning, yeah, or Shades of Blue. And
Hmm.
Key to Life is the publishing company.
Yeah.
Teelan Tate runs the publishing company. Black owned, support black female, awake black female. She's woke to so
She don't get no
support
sleep.
that definitely. Yeah.
All right, I'm
Why you
behave. I'm
laughing?
behave. Because I said she don't get no sleep.
Oh, see, you know what? She really don't. She just don't.
Mm-mm.
You're right. When you woke, we was
Mm-mm-mm.
talking 2 o'clock in the morning the other night on a weeknight. Was we
Wow.
not? So do we
Mm.
sleep? Mine's always ticking, working, always creating. So
Well, I want to thank you, Miss Morning. Miss Reese is Reese, but I call her Reese because she's a Reese's cup. And
that's where it's from, Reese.
the peanut butter Reese cup. Never mind. Um,
Mess with me, I F you up. Do it. Remember that? Do it. Reese,
Look, I was about to go
Reese,
there, but I
mess
am.
with me.
Well, you can find me at the Blue Phoenix Hills on Facebook and Instagram. And guess what, y'all? I have now a TikTok. I haven't put
Oh,
anything on
sure.
there. I haven't done anything yet, but I do have a TikTok, and it will not be probably won't be the dancing and stuff because I don't like them dances, but it is going to be a lot of different
Why?
things on it. I don't know.
I
We'll
dance
see.
with
But
you. You know
I'm
I
gonna
like
have,
dancing.
it's gonna be a lot of different, it's gonna be cool. And also GIMO, you can catch him on GIMO on Facebook, and then I think underscore Mo on Instagram. This has been Both Sides of the Coin, and I want to thank you so much for being such an awesome guest. And I'm pretty sure we'll have you back on. Good night,
I
everybody.
hope so. Thank you.